Alex Jones, the other day, in no uncertain terms, endorsed DeSantis and basically said, look, I agree more with DeSantis than I do with Trump. I think Trump is wrong on this major issue. DeSantis has gone from like great to awesome. And so, yeah, I'm with DeSantis. Well, my suspicion is his audience pushed back on him and really lashed out and let Alex have it. And so Alex comes out and does this video. The rats are leaving the sinking ship. Alex Jones issues emergency message to Trump. Let's see how he tries to clean up the mess of pissing off like more than half of his audience.
Alex Jones here issuing an emergency warning to President Trump. Not a warning out of any desire to hurt you, President Trump, but to save your important legacy.
Me, bro? Look, I love you, man. I'm just looking out for you, bro. That's why I endorsed the other guy. But yeah, I mean, like, it's your amazing legacy. Your phenomenal legacy of cutting taxes for rich people in 2017, where the top 1% got 83% of the benefits. Your amazing legacy of destroying the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which had returned $12 billion to defrauded Americans when big financial institutions screwed them. You know, I'm out here looking out for your legacy, bro. Those predatory payday lenders, how you dropped the lawsuits against them and scrapped the new regulations because you want them to keep being predatory and screwing people over. I'm here to defend your legacy. I'm here to defend your increased drone strikes on innocent people. Those same drone strikes that I ripped Obama for that I'm now cucking to you for. I'm defending your legacy, bro.
And hopefully ensure you can get back into the White House coming up in 2024. We know the election was stolen. We know.
I'm sorry, guys. I know I shouldn't pause every single fucking line. But you just endorsed DeSantis. Now you're like, no, we hope you can get back in the White House in 2024. Well, you just endorsed DeSantis. So which is it? Oh, we know the election was stolen from you. Yeah, wait. 60 court cases. He lost almost every one of them, and that one he won was on some procedural nonsense, which doesn't change anything at all. There were the results of some voter fraud committee that came out of Florida that showed that 0.0001% voter fraud happened. It was like 20 cases of voter fraud in the entire state of Florida. Okay, and this is from the people who were looking nonstop for any sort of voter fraud. This is what we learned. There was an audit in Arizona of the election where they found not only did Biden win, he won by more than we thought he won by on election day. And he's out here like, we know you won the election, bro. Didn't you see that Dinesh D'Souza movie, bro? Didn't you see that? So convincing.
We know the deep state's trying to set you up any way they can. We understand that you are a lion surrounded by hyenas. But the number one issue that is going to end up...
Jones is just slobbing on that knob, bro. That's what Jones is doing right now. He's, no, you're my daddy. I genuflect at your altar. I love you so much. Did I say DeSantis is good? No, I don't like DeSantis. I don't like DeSantis at all, sir. Punish me. Are you going to spank me? Have I been a bad boy?
Biting you in the ass like nothing else is the experimental shot that Fauci and Bill Gates and Birx and the rest of them convinced you would actually save millions of lives and get the economy going when they had brought out their lockdowns. I know why you did it. You've done so many other great things for this nation, and I admire you and I appreciate you, and I want to support you for president. But Ron DeSantis is coming out and admitting that the vaccines don't work because now the CDC and others have been forced to admit that.
Ron DeSantis did not say the vaccines don't work. He said the vaccines don't stop you from getting COVID, and now we know that. That's true. The vaccines don't stop you from getting COVID. But what do? I don't know. Let's take a look. Cases, people who are not fully vaccinated are 7 times more likely to test positive for COVID. Hospitalizations, people who are not fully vaccinated are 49 times more likely to be hospitalized for COVID. Deaths, people who are not fully vaccinated are 32 times more likely to die of COVID-19 related illness. Okay, what does that look like in chart form? That's what it looks like. So this line here, not fully vaccinated people, a massive spike. This was in one of the waves of COVID. Massive spike, okay? Way more hospitalizations, way more deaths if you're not vaccinated. By the way, this line right here is the middle line is if you had one shot of the vaccine. So you still have protection, right? But it's just not as good as if you're fully vaccinated. That's what the line looked like. So yeah, it doesn't stop you from getting COVID-19. True. But it makes it fucking mild, doesn't it? It makes it a hell of a lot more mild. hell of a lot easier for your immune system to fight it off. Because that's how vaccines work. They prep your immune system. They introduce something similar to the virus into your body so your body learns how to fight it. So then when you actually maybe get the real virus, you're more prepared. Jesus Christ.
Now even the CDC is backhandedly acknowledging that the shots aren't preventing people from getting infected.
We have Deborah Birx
That's true.
coming out and saying...
That's true, but that says nothing about deaths. That says nothing about hospitalizations. That says nothing about the severity of the illness. I don't know if Alex Jones is just a massive dumbass or if he's lying to you on purpose. I don't know which it is. I do not know which it is.
She knew the COVID vaccine wouldn't protect. We have Walensky, the current head of the CDC, coming out and saying that they were wrong about all this.
We made some pretty public mistakes, and we need to own them.
I love how Alex thinks this is some, like, big gotcha point. No, literally everybody from all across the political spectrum was like, whoa, this was botched in 1,000 different ways. Everybody knows the CDC, as they were going along, were sort of making up. No, you don't need to wear a mask. Okay, no, you do need to wear a mask. Okay, you need to wear a mask, but not that particular mask. Okay, you need to use hand sanitizer. You need to wipe down your groceries when they come in. Okay, no, it doesn't spread on surfaces, so maybe don't do that. They were guessing as they went along. They were trying to make what they thought were educated guesses based on the evidence. But really, in all seriousness, they should have said, when they didn't know, they should have said, look, we don't know. But they were trying to give people answers, and they were shitty fucking answers. That's all that is. It's massive incompetence. It's not a globalist, hoax conspiracy where they're trying to kill you with the vaccines, people.
This admission came after the CDC received.
Do we have any more Alex in here? Give me more Alex.
And you're proud of it. Now that they've admittedly set you and America and the world up with an experimental drug they rolled out of gene therapy against the general public, it is critical for you to decouple from these people like Bolsonaro and other leaders like Viktor Orban have done, saying, hey, at first we were for this, we thought it might help, but now we know it doesn't work, it's a fraud, and we need to put the brakes on this.
So again, Alex Jones' main beef with Trump is one of the few good things he did, which is Operation Warp Speed, which was basically cutting all the red tape to try to get that COVID vaccine created as fast as possible. It's one of the few things where he deserves credit. And the federal government moved heaven and earth to get this thing done as quickly as they did. And it's been wildly successful. Millions of lives have been saved by the vaccine. The real scandal is that we don't have the patent rights lifted from Big Pharma. So in other words, the real scandal is pharmaceutical companies are preventing the COVID vaccine from being given all around the world for profit. For profit. And by the way, it was Bill Gates who was fighting behind the scenes to make sure they don't lift the patent rights. Okay? So, yeah, there's your conspiracy, Alex. There's your globalist cabal. It's Big Pharma being greedy. It's Bill Gates being greedy. It's these people fighting to not allow developing countries to have free access to those vaccines. That's what it is. So in other words, he inverted the conspiracy. He's mad that anybody was able to get the vaccine at all. Because again, he thinks it's like killing you or some shit. It's again, one of the few good things Trump did. This is his main disagreement with Trump. It's unbelievable.
President Trump, I care about you. I know you mean well. You're a very smart man. But they're coming after 6-month-old and up babies with these dangerous shots. And the numbers are coming out. Fox News has top journalists and scientists on confirming that the shots have killed hundreds of thousands of people
in the
United States alone.
Oh, my God.
Well, and what I found was that hundreds of thousands of Americans have been killed by this vaccine, and millions have been injured. And,
So what they're referring to there is what's called the VAERS program, which is this program where you go and you put in potential adverse reactions to the vaccine. But the VAERS program is like a fucking bathroom wall. It's like a Reddit forum. Anybody can post anything in there. And a lot of these things are not verified in any way, shape, or form. And by the way, one of the most devastating points is this. Even if you grant them everything that's in VAERS, you should still take the vaccine. Because the data shows it saved way more lives than even if you give them their highest number of people that they said have died because of the vaccine. It's still, if you do the math on it, saved way more lives than it's not. It's just I don't even know why I'm bothering to argue against this part. Don't take fucking medical advice from the guy who thought Sandy Hook was a hoax. Okay, clearly he's missing in the critical thinking department.
Clearly, you are more likely to be injured or dead from the vaccine than if you were unvaccinated. So what they're saying...
Shame on Fox for platforming this, like, the insane conspiracy theories, which, by the way, have probably led a lot of their viewers to not get vaccinated, and then in turn they may have died. I wonder how many people have died because they heard shitty arguments on conservative networks about how the vaccine is evil and bad and it's going to kill you and all this stuff. Then they didn't get vaccinated and they got COVID and died.
And what the reality is completely opposite.
So the rats are leaving the sinking ship. They're now admitting they were wrong. They weren't wrong. They did this by design. And there you are at your rally saying, yeah, the shots shouldn't be forced and we shouldn't be kicking the military out. And that's good. But you have to go further and come out against these shots for children.
Wait, hold on, Alex. You were just saying the vaccine kills people. Now you're saying you should come out against the shot just for children? But be consistent in your logic. If you think it's killing people, you should come out against the shots for everybody, right? Why'd you just say for children? Why that qualifier? Has Alex been cucked by the deep state? Is Soros paying you, Alex? What's going on here? Why are you cucking out to the deep state? Why aren't you saying nobody should take the vaccine? Look, I'm going to stop now. You guys get the gist of it. I can keep busting Alex Jones up all night. Fact of the matter is, I think his audience gave him pushback. He said, he endorses DeSantis, and now he probably heard from his people, like, oh, no, they're all coming after Trump. This is when you need to fall in line the most. Like, what are you doing? Don't abandon our dear leader. And now, he's like, oh, no, I love you, sir. Oh, you're amazing, sir. I know you're so smart, and you're a genius, and you're what's best for the country. My only disagreement with you is that you created a vaccine that was wildly successful that helped save millions of people's lives. How could you do that? God. Look, rare Trump W on this one. All right, guys. That is the show. I love y'all very much. By the way, we have this show is now on all of the podcasting outlets. So if you want to listen on Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts or Stitcher or iHeartRadio or Spotify is probably the biggest one is Spotify. You now have that option. You can listen to the full shows every day over there. So everybody go check that out if you're interested in that. I know some people are YouTube people, some people are just podcast people. So now you have that option. I'm very excited about that, happy about that, proud that we were able to finally get everything over there. And so, yeah. Give it a look-see if you haven't yet. I love you guys very much. By the way, if you support this show, if you like the show, you can always go to the Secular Talk Patreon, which is in the video description box of almost every Secular Talk video that's put out there. It's usually the first link. You can click there and donate. Oh, by the way, on the podcasting outlets, it's The Kyle Kulinski Show. It's not under Secular Talk. It's under The Kyle Kulinski Show on all the podcast outlets. Anyway, but if you want to support the show, the Patreon link is in most of the video description boxes, and that's, I think it's patreon.com/secular talk. You guys make this show work, man. Some people give, a $3 donation or a $5 donation or whatever, and that really means the world, and it keeps everything running over here. And then you also have the option of, over on Substack, we have Crystal Kyle and Friends. If you pay $5 a month over there, you get the video of all of the shows, and you get it a day early. Everybody else can listen to Crystal Kyle and Friends on all the podcasting apps and outlets a day later. It's the free audio version versus people who pay the $5 to get the video version a day early. But anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Also, I rarely ask people to do this. I shouldn't. I should ask a lot more. But can you please like and subscribe and comment on the videos to give me some of that algorithm love? And I'll talk to all you guys tomorrow. Peace. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.